Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragonfall Remnants, Episode 2, Penumbra. Zombi will be joining us soon, but he will be here. We have everybody else here, as you can see on the sidebar there. I don't have any notes.
Gun.
Gun.
Bang, 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 bang.
So, because I don't have any notes, I'm just going to get right into the recap. I didn't finish that note. Oopsie. It's not important. It's not the recap. But the recap! When we last left off. Our heroes bid farewell to Valeria and began their journey to Neverwinter, arriving in the city after a few, thankfully, uneventful days. There, they encountered Elle and met with Thomas, catching him up on everything that's happened since they last met on the Lady Polaris. The devil discussed the problems that arose when he tried to acquire an artifact that could help resurrect the Slayer of Chirixin, Ryohigan Bana, the scale of the dragon whose first slaying granted her title. The Blood Howlers, seemingly vengeful for the adventurers' raid on Red Larch, stole the scale, demanding that our heroes go to Luskan or else they'll destroy it. Thomas had no choice but to ask the adventurers for help as he planned to head north to, at the very least, remove his old friend from the lair of Hakuryushi. Following this conversation, Iryne sought out Iridiana and Cruz, who had been in some form of conflict when they first met. Cruz's purpose became clearer, and Iridiana appeared to have softened a little bit after interacting with Thomas and Cruz's friend at Jackson. The rest of the party either met with Radovan or went out on the town with Cherry and Deas, eventually making their way to meet the Mistress of the Neverwinter Sirens. Which is, I think, where we'll pick up.
Alright.
So, as stated before, the Mistress greeted you. I don't think I actually dealt with Snapjaw's things, but they are, or Snapjaw's items to sell stuff. But we can worry about that
Do
later.
you not sell anything?
Nah, but they are sorted differently.
Okay.
So that can be dealt with easily. The Mistress gauges both of your reactions first. That's way happier.
Whimsical.
I think we're going into dungeon for this one.
Oh no.
We're in a dungeon. You
are.
are in the basement after all.
You are in what could be argued as a form of dungeon.
A form of dungeon. What
Where do you
form?
think- Where do you
Don't
think
worry about
Kefka? Where do you think Kefka throws all his prisoners?
Oh boy, that's a reference.
Cut down the hall and to the left.
Right.
Well, it is wonderful to see you, darling. And wonderful to finally meet you, Mr. Sparrow.
Oh no. Attractive lady called him by his last name.
Leave him alone.
She's being cordial, come on.
She is being cordial. So, he will. He's like slightly behind Cherry because this is Cherry's task that he is somehow wound up accompanying her on.
I did say you're looking for information. She might be able to help you.
Yeah, but you visit first. But no, he'll nod and be like, oh, nice to meet you too, Miss.
The Mistress is fine.
Mistress.
Well, as you may know, Sherry has been keeping us up to date with everything you've been doing. An interesting group you have. Shame that the rest couldn't be here. But I will keep this meeting brief. I presume you're here regarding one Eliad Zachiel.
That's one of the reasons. Yes.
And what is the other reason?
My friend here, and I'll grab his hand, has been searching for someone for quite some time, and if you wouldn't have any idea, then no one would probably.
Well, the first matter at hand. Eliad was here. She was seeking shelter and information on the lot of you, I would imagine. Some, in her words, brigands who had attacked the castle in the Mirror of Dead Men. I denied her, of course.
I'm not being fired on, so of course she's not here.
Understand Eliad was a siren years ago. But she had... I'll give you a second.
One.
One.
1 second.
00001.
Are we speaking in binary now?
1/4. 1/8. 1/16. Lordy.
Damn it, Chris.
Perfect timing.
Well, it gives me time to actually read over what I wrote.
So true, though.
So true, bestie.
Yas Queen, as they say.
Yas Queen? Yas Queen.
Yeah. So I've been told, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
That is what they say. Who is they?
As the kids
I'm not
say.
quite sure.
Not.
As
Quite sure.
those children do be saying.
They do be saying.
That's what the hip cool youngsters are saying.
Indeed.
Sorry, I had the
just
grab-
looking at the cloud.
I see. Alright.
It had a small cut on its back leg.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Yes.
so we're gonna monitor that. Okay, so she was saying not here, denied.
Yes, she betrayed us some years back. Truthfully, when we had begun cooperating with the Cult of the Dragon, we were seeking to end our services, but Eliad had opted to stay behind, more interested in the power that the Dragon Queen could bring. We shut the door on her. She hasn't contacted us since. She was last spotted going north.
Is someone still with her?
She was alone.
For surveying. Oh, okay.
So I presume she is first heading north to discuss that artifact that was stolen, that Thomas was after, and likely east to one of the Wares of Black's bases.
That makes sense.
There isn't much more I can tell you in that matter.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't in town, and if she was, I knew where.
Well, before I discuss anything regarding... Well, I know exactly who you're looking for, Mr. Sparrow.
Oh. Do.
She grins.
Unnerving.
Very mischievous. I should implore you to continue with these travels with this party. Especially with these issues that Thomas is having. So helpless, that boy. She is particularly looking at Cherry.
Just looking back.
Now, I would also suggest... I have an agent in Mirabar. Rhodia, her name is. Meet with her once you arrive there, as I assume you will. I'm well aware of what Thomas is trying to do, even if he doesn't know that I am.
Could you spell her name?
Yeah, one moment.
Thank you.
Where is it? Where is it? Heck, there it is. Ah!
That's close.
Missing the H?
Yeah. That's why I was like,
That's
that
fair.
doesn't look right.
Now, regarding who you're looking for, I'd like you to say the name.
The name?
So this entire time, I haven't let go of his hand.
Well, you would have thought emotional support from Cherry. The Crimson Wolf.
She tilts her head, the grin having not faded.
Do I know his name? Because it's the first time he's told me about who he's looking for.
Roll me history.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
She knows who it is, actually. She knows exactly where they are.
Exactly who they are. Funny.
Yeah, you have definitely heard that name, especially around the sirens.
Probably also through the cult, too.
You didn't really have much interaction with the cult.
Oh, right, I was after the cult. Okay.
You were part of the organization, but you weren't among those that were sent to work with them.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get any, get any work until after the cult was gone.
The Crimson Wolf was an assassin that was a part of the Cult of the Dragon that just kind of showed up one day, disappeared another, where they presumably died. The laboratory was destroyed immediately following that, so no body could ever be recovered. They'd been responsible for several deaths in relation to the Council of Waterdeep. Burned down a house of a wizard that was living there, and overall was responsible for infiltrating a lot of towns and other settlements before they would be raided by the cult. They gained a name for themselves very quickly, but their actual identity, their face, was never actually seen. Well, I do, of course, know who the Crimson Wolf is.
Perks up.
And I do know that what Thomas said is true. The person that's leading the Blood Howlers is most certainly not the same Crimson Wolf.
Okay.
How about this? She sits up after getting much more and more relaxed. I have open reservations for the Moonstone Mask. You and you alone accompany me to dinner, and I'll tell you what you need to know.
Oh. Prize too. Okay.
I'm looking at her, just, that's not easy to read her, but I'm just keeping eye contact.
Okay, she is looking more toward a fixed gaze on Deas.
He
8 o'clock.
Why would you do that
resolute
anyway?
in his answer, even though he's uncertain how, like, dangerous an agreement this is or not.
Why, you ask? Well, I've been cooped up in this office for days upon end. It's time for a break, I think. And a nice dinner will do me well. And I'm sure it will do him well as well.
That's fair.
Is there
Not
a
often
problem?
you-
Cherry?
I mean, it's your choice. Just not often that you would take this, and it seems a little odd to, there's so many men that will want to have a date with you, but you know, everyone has a choice.
Wow, are you saying about a cat? What?
Yes, that's exactly what she's saying.
Careful there, Cherry. It might sound like you're jealous.
Me?
Well, in which case,
In which case, we gotta get him some fitting clothes.
$8 o'clock. You have 3 hours.
Wonderful.
You're dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. And I'll stand up and you still hold your hand.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
She still has eyes and ears everywhere in here, so.
Make our
Would
exit.
there be an in-house tailor for the girls and maybe guys?
There's a chance.
Likely, yeah. Mostly for
Something
the
that
girls
popped in my head.
because the organization is all women.
Oh, they don't even hire guys.
I do not. That's why him being in here is kind of.
Everyone sees him as a
Fresh meat.
potential. Yes. A customer.
All right. I presume you leave then. It'll take you another little while.
Remind me,
Hmm?
in this game, can anyone use spell scrolls or only if you have
Spell scrolls are normal
the
rules.
spell? Okay, I wanted to make sure because I couldn't remember if you.
That's
if it was
that's
only
just
you could
that's Baldur's
read
Gate.
'em? Okay, cool.
I think the Baldur's Gate rules are more convenient. I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me give people back their inspiration real quick.
Is very convenient, as well as earlier editions version of them.
All right. You begin making your way out. And with that, we can swap over.
Alright.
Iryne, you are heading back to the inn with Iridiana, right?
Mm-hmm. Unless she gets hungry, which she probably will.
Iryne, I'm
Is that your
presuming
prob-
you're meaning.
Yeah. She'll stop at a food stall, buy some stuff, buy some lunch for JJ as for herself, but she still is eating a lot. I'll mark off like 4 silver.
Okay.
I was unaware of this JJ nickname.
All right, JJ, here you go.
Oh.
Fish
What?
skewers.
All right. Ah. Mouth goes wide, and he
He
goes
does
directly to the bottom one, and just slides up to get all of the fish into his mouth.
Okay. Like Iryne has 4 of them, so he just has 8 in his hands right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like when people buy me food.
I had assumed. You're
I don't have
probably a very
I don't have a
angry
lot
boy.
of money, and cruise is boring.
Yep.
He makes
Probably
me eat
makes
raw
sense.
fish sometimes. It's not fun.
That's crazy, and I love the idea. Sorry, I'm thinking it out loud. I didn't mean to.
Cruz? Like, does Cruz cook his own food?
Sometimes.
What a goober. Why do you hang out with him? Like, I know to make fun of him, but
Well, he found me.
okay.
I was all confused and not entirely certain what was going on. There was kind of like a big burst that kind of happened, and then I woke up. See, other people tell me I was like a completely different person a while ago, and I'm like not the same person now. Isn't that weird?
It is kind of weird, but I get that. That was me. That's me too.
Oh, do you have accents too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. She ruffles his hair.
No.
No, I mean, kinda. I mean, if you look right here, she points to the black streaks in her hair.
Oh. So are you like a red dragon with black accents?
Sure, let's go with that. I can do some fire stuff. It does a little bit of her fire magic, and then does a little bit of some shenaniganery with the Ebon Death Stone to do some acid stuff.
That's more than I can do. I can just breathe, ice and fire.
You are an adorable little draconian boy.
Yeah.
If you ever want to hang out with me instead of Cruz, just let me know.
Well, if I don't know about Cruz, he can't fly anywhere. He doesn't have wings, but I have wings.
Yeah, but...
And he brings me to fun places. Just, some of them involve me eating fish. Raw.
Okay. Can't you use, your fire breath to cook them? Or is it overcook them?
When it comes to a lot of fish, I would need to have, a big fish that I can cook like that.
Does he
And
get
always-
you the fish, or do you have to get the fish yourself?
Sometimes I get the fish myself, but he also fishes it. I've also had deer. And, elk. I think those are kind of the same, though.
Okay. No,
They taste the same.
I'm not like... I'm not like you, but I'm kind of similar. What you see here is the only body I've had.
Looks very human.
I mean, I think that's what I was.
It's not what I was. It's not what I am. But I'm not supposed to actually say that out loud.
It's fine. It'll be your secret.
Okay.
Ruffles his hair. I'll explain more when we get back to Cruz, okay?
Okay. Two peas in a pod is what I'm seeing.
He's like the little brother I never had.
I get that.
I was the youngest of my siblings. So...
I don't actually remember my life before all of this. Is what I'm trying to find after all.
Well,
more and more it feels like I'm going in the wrong direction.
Well, do you know where Castle Neartar is?
I'm not really familiar, no.
Cool. It's where I met Cruz. It's also where there's this neat memory machine is. If you use it, once a day, it can help you go through old memories.
Is that so?
Yeah.
You
You
know,
probably need to get Snapjaw to write you something. Because his clan runs the place.
Oh, more lizard folk?
Yes. Very nice people.
Okay, well,
Snapjaw seems to be the most learned of them, but
that's
he's also the strongest.
more or less the opposite direction of where I'm going, so maybe one day.
Are you heading further north?
Kind of. I can't recall if she talked about this last session.
No.
Okay. I was actually going to be going more eastern.
Let's see.
I don't think I'll end up finding what I was looking for. Not here anyway. Thomas had discussed going north to Mirabar, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, I'm trying to get to the Evermores. Place called Silvery Moon. It's just on the it's on the outskirts of that. I'm not really sure what's there, but it's where the heart's calling. But it's probably better to go the northern route and follow the road. Follow the long road and then go off-roading because there's not actually any paths that go that direction. Turns out the Sword Coast is pretty easy to travel versus the rest of the north.
I don't know. We have to stop in Luskin first. Pick up a thing. But if you're going north, you're welcome to tag along.
I was actually potentially going to have a ride with Thomas.
Ah! Then we'll probably see each other on the way there then.
Okay. Well, that'll be good, I suppose.
Oh, hey, we're at the inn.
Yeah. So, you arrive at the inn that I'm immediately forgetting the name of. The Iron Flagon Inn.
The Iron Flag Inn.
Yeah, man. Entering. I'm sure there are a few people still here, notably, you are seeing Radovan, who is trying to sit down near L, but is immediately getting the sharpest daggers of eyes as she takes a long swig, stands up and goes upstairs.
She'll go over to Radigan.
Radovan.
Radovan. He's the one with Sparky, right?
Yes. Sparky would be underneath the table.
Puts her hand on his shoulder.
Hey!
Hey!
That's what I was looking for. Talked to the rest of your group
so-
earlier.
So, from what I understand, I don't think she's into dudes.
I was just trying to say hi. She seemed familiar with you guys, and I figure I should like know your friends. She's not
Probably.
a happy one, is she?
No, stay away if you value any limb.
Duly noted.
And then she's gonna go down and scritch, Sparky.
Get a
Who's
a
my
kind
favorite
of-
Kerberos.
you get a bit of a sort of gravelly purring from the Drake. Let me actually make sure to get this guy on here since he's like the next companion NPC.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get Kerberos Drake. But neutral. Sparky.
Familiar. Are you with what's going on up in Luskin?
I talked to your friends about that a little bit. It's a bit of a shithole right now. They're basically missing their entire fleet, and I'm pretty sure there's a pair of Frostfire dragons out there. So, not great. Not great.
All right. So, I just wanted to give you the option to either hunt that thing that we were talking about earlier, or do you want to like accompany us up to Lusk, and then after that you can do what you need.
I was, like I said to them earlier, I was waiting for you to actually get here. I'm perfectly okay with going to Luskin. I'm from there.
Oh, neat. Okay. Like, I know you were working for the one lady. Do you have any connections with the Blood Howlers?
Nope.
Darn.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I thought I would at least ask. Then yeah, no. What other questions did you have for me?
Well, I think there was talk about, like, ship passage earlier. Just kind of curious about, like, what direction we're taking things for the journey. I do not have sea legs, I will note. I do not like boats. But I will go on a boat if that's, like, necessary. You're
Depends.
all
I
your
think
servant, not not your servant. You're still paying me.
right. I mean, don't people pay servants?
You're right. Slaves is what I was thinking of. I'm sorry. But also, I don't work for you. I work with you with monetary benefits.
All right. No.
Also, your hair's red now.
shit
looks good.
happened, yo.
Looks good.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's closer to what it used to be, so can't complain. It was brown before it went white.
That's weird.
My life's weird, man.
I get that.
I watched my town explode. I think getting away with white hair is probably better than nothing.
Technically, I'm watching my town explode, just very slowly. And
No,
more
I think-
politically charged than what I assume yours is.
This is a farming town.
So not politically charged, I assume an actual explosion.
Yes. Two dragons deciding They want to square up in the skies over my town.
That's not good for anyone.
No, especially when one was the Dragon Queen and the other was the second son.
That's rough, buddy.
Thank you.
He takes a drink.
My boyfriend turned into the moon. Well, let me check with my friends. I don't think we're leaving for a couple of days, so stick around. I'll let you know what's happening.
Okay. You you would notice at a certain point, Jackson had snuck up. He's now
Oh no.
scritching Sparky.
How's Sparky reacting?
Happy.
Oh.
Adorable. All right, I got some things I gotta discuss, so I'll be back in a bit. Maybe we can just talk more over dinner.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
I'll let Iridiana choose which room we go to.
Are you intending to talk to Cruz or?
Probably have Cruz to fill in gaps. Explain what he knows a little bit better now that there will be someone to mediate.
All right. Just
Are you
to make things
are you
easier.
are you good if we talk to Cruz?
Well, we're staying in the same building.
Okay. Cool. She goes up.
All right. What exactly are you having described to her?
Basically, the adventure through the Walk of Rendfire. Johann doing his spooky ghost shit. And finding out that there are both inheritors and successors. And that the three present are the breath, the scales, and the blood.
Okay.
So in the loosest sense, you technically found one of your siblings. Two of them.
Well, you figured to be a little more clear. Like, we encountered each other on a boat. We were with each other a few days, and yet
Nothing happened.
didn't feel anything.
I didn't fully awaken until just recently, so...
Hmm.
Seems a lot of my stuff comes from taking energy and turning it into controlling the lifeblood rather than actual blood of things.
It's really hard to picture what our purpose even is. Like, why are we inheritors? What's the
Maybe-
purpose of us inheriting anything?
I don't know, man. I mean, she was cooped up in the hells for gods know how long. Maybe she wanted a break. She got free and split herself up. And then when we die, they'll come back together. She'll have new experiences, stuff she couldn't have as Dragon Queen.
Feels unlikely.
I'm being very optimistic. So I'd rather be Iryne with the power of as the blood of the Dragon Queen than the blood of the Dragon Queen wearing Iryne as a mask.
That's awfully grim, and not really a perspective I considered.
Because I have memories of being me, but because of that memory machine, I also no, I can't trust them completely. Plus, there's Johan.
He's an odd piece of the puzzle.
Neither of you two have seen him, have you?
No. Mm-mm. I presume he only appears to those who aren't necessarily clear on their path.
Well,
That wouldn't make much sense. I only have feelings of where I'm supposed to go, not necessarily... not clarity.
well, I know I need to reassemble the Dragon Blade. My current quest. Maybe once I do, will point me in the right direction, or at least maybe let me unlock some of my hidden memories. One time, Johan asked me if I really wanted to know what had happened that day. And he didn't show me, but the fact that there's something else that I don't remember is weighing heavily on me.
Almost hesitantly, Iryne, you notice Iridiana reached down to that hilt that she's been carrying on her waist.
You have some of the shards, don't you, Iridiana?
No, not the shards. But this, she pulls out the hilt, detaches it from her waist. Of course, you see the you see the sort of broken shards of blade that are strangely similar to the one that is connected to your glaive currently.
She'll tap her glaive to the handle.
You feel a magnetic pull. But not necessarily a strong one. I get the sense that this is the hilt of it.
All right, Cruz, you better not have a third part to this thing.
No.
Okay, good.
If anyone's gonna have them, it's gonna be the leader of the wearers. The shard gatherer.
Shard Gatherer's the leader?
Hmm.
Well, that makes things a lot harder.
His name's Malak. He's,
With the Archfiend?
spelt differently, I believe.
I've been
Who are you
AFK
talking to?
for a while.
Who are you talking to, Cruz?
Shut up. He's the one that's after the shards. I don't know why. Never asked.
Hmm.
But, no, it's the blade of the Dragon Queen that I can surmise.
So what do we want to do with it?
If it's an artifact, then it's not easily destroyed. So keep it on us until
I have enough to reforge the blade, and then I come find you, and we'll decide then.
But the question is, what happens after it's reassembled?
What did I know someone explained it to me, but what did they say shattered the blade to begin with?
You weren't given an explanation for that.
Okay.
It was just shattered in a battle.
But it was something
So-
to do with it had something to do with Tiamat's divinity, right?
Yeah, one sec. It was actually, it was, Neferon that had described it. Ba-ba-da-ba-bo. Where are you, Neferon? You're in the... Well, you're somewhere else now. Ba-ba-da-ba-bo. It can channel Tiamat's divinity through its user. And it was broken soon after its creation. And then its shards were scattered after Tiamat disappeared.
She
That's-
explains that.
Okay. I woke up with the hilt.
And I chanced on the shard while dealing with the blood howlers. It's almost like I was supposed to find it. I know there's one. No, there's one more. Or one more is that. But it won't be easy for the shard gatherer to get it either.
Maybe it's Malak, then he'll somehow find a way.
I think Thomas told me it was in the hands of some Laurel Silver something.
Laurel Silverhand.
I think that was the name, yeah.
Hmm.
Seemed to have a lot of trust in her ability to hold on to it.
Oh. She's the Open Lord of Waterdeep. As well as a lot of other important things. She's powerful. Unsure if it's powerful enough. Most claim she's invincible. I beg to differ.
Alright.
I guess
Well,
I hope it doesn't come to that.
alright, well, he needs this. They need the help, probably, to put everything together. So, we keep our pieces, and it's only when we know we can put it back together that we hand them over.
I suppose it's a good thing we're all continuing to move.
What are you doing after this cruise?
Didn't I tell you?
I know you said you needed to find someone else. Maybe.
I'm going to Silvery Moon. It's where the heart's supposed to be. Shit.
Oh, you two are in for a fun time. Maybe you should go with him instead of tagging along with Thomas. It'll be quicker that way, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Plus, you can make sure JJ gets fed correctly.
I'm not his mom.
Yeah, but Cruz isn't very good at being a caretaker.
Ridiana just stares at him. What? I'm not disagreeing. I mean, I was admittedly hoping to get to know Thomas a little better.
I mean, if you're... I mean, I'd like to have you along for the ride, but... It all depends on how much you want to follow that feeling you got. You will have a free... Not a free, but you'll have a dragon ride to Silvery Moon. It'll be a lot quicker than going down and up and around.
I mean, I have a few days to decide, I guess.
I won't fault you either way.
Well, anyway, was there anything else?
Keep an eye out for the for the sussers, I guess. But Actually, since we'll be going right into the den of one.
Yeah. How little information we really have of them. And, well, really any of this, I'm a little bit concerned about what their role is. You said that they were supposed to, what was it, lead us or something?
Something along those lines. Checking back in chat real quick.
It's just not very reassuring. That's all I can really say about it.
You know, it's, we've got one choice to make ahead of us.
Well, at the very least, we can enjoy the rest of today and see how things are going in the next couple days.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, I'm going to go check if Jacob has made a mess of things. Or Jackson, sorry. Jacob is his middle name.
I thought JJ was in here.
If he was in here, he would have said something.
Okay. Who's watching him? Oh no.
A lot of you probably would have believed that he would have followed, but the last time you saw him, he was with a multi-headed dog dragon.
Oh, I hope Sparky's okay.
All right. Iridiana will leave the room. Do you plan on actually invading my space again, or am I able to get back to sleep?
You can get back to sleep.
Thank you.
She leaves. Goes to find JJ with make sure he's not freezing the bar over or burning it down.
You get downstairs, you hear something metal clatter on the ground as you see JJ running in a chase. But JJ is not chasing.
I will step in between him and Sparky, if possible.
You do so. Sparky wags its tail, looking up at you with all three of its heads.
I will scritch two and do the forehead nuzzle to the third.
Here I am.
All
Just
right, now, Jade.
hold on. I need to real quick actually look at an image of a Drake. Hold on. Okay, they do have tails.
JJ, what did you do to Sparky?
Bye. as he goes to run off.
Alright. Cheer up some. Hey, wait. Chris is asleep.
I don't care!
It's prime pranking time. Get him to stop.
You're right. Okay. As he will follow along with your antics. Which in the meantime...
Oh, no. Jesus is trying to get him where he's supervised.
Understandable. In the meantime, what's the rest of the gang up to? Snapjaw.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know that Thomas would have left a little bit ago. He mentioning that he would meet up with you again to discuss what he finds out at the docks.
Okay.
Anything you
How
plan on
long?
doing otherwise? Probably just a couple hours.
Okay. I'll probably make sure to get some food, most likely, and just basic shopping things. I guess like Snapjaw might take a look around the market to see if there's anything he needs to get those items sold.
Yeah. I'd say you would recall the you'd probably recall Thomas mentioning the bounty for the Bebelith.
Right, probably turn that in.
I'd say you'd be able to get the reward money, or the reward money, which is 2,500 GP.
Okay.
And then for the items, you could sell them off pretty easily, especially given what kind of treasures they are.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna drag all those into here. Bap. Bap. And bap. It is weird to me how heavy the skull necklace is.
How heavy is it?
15 pounds.
Wow.
They are.
That-
it's
that is
like
just a
gold
skull.
necklace. It's like a gold
gold?
skull, isn't it?
It is
Like,
a
how
string
big
of
is the skull?
skulls.
Oh.
String of skulls.
Is it like actual human-sized skulls, or what are we looking at? It's
Um,
Wantai, so...
I can only presume so because it wasn't specific with the treasure that I took.
It's like a Wantai thing, so it would not surprise me.
Alright, let me sell that off. That is 500 gold for the Black Pearl.
Yep.
250 for the box of figurines, -1. 50 gold for the actual Yuan-Tai necklace.
Yeah.
The skull necklace is not related somehow.
No? Okay.
For the 7 silk robes, it is 150 GP each. And
Yeah.
for the skull necklace is 250 GP.
Alrighty.
Selling that, you get 2100 GP.
Nice.
You can probably get that in platinum, so feel free to add 210 platinum to your sheet.
210 platinum? Okay.
And then you can
Moment.
feel free to convert whatever gold you want to platinum, or like converting gold, any coinage to whatever coinage you need.
Gotcha. Sure. And then he'll take a look around the market, see if there's anything interesting. He's always looking.
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Alrighty. Investigation. Not great. But roll.
17? Okay. Hippity-boo. Let me roll a thing.
Okay.
I
I think one thing you probably will want to keep an eye out for is to see if there's any potion area, because you'll probably want to restock a few.
potion, I'd say you'd be able to find an alchemist.
Okay.
I might have a specific note about an alchemist, actually.
All right.
Maybe.
But that's like a side thing. The investigation is just like if he finds anything interesting.
No, I got you. I got you. Okay. Let me roll another thing. Okay. Gotta just load up something. I'd say you would be able to find like a general wares store.
Okay.
Appears to have a few magical items.
Hmm. What
Uh,
are we looking at?
well, as I roll on a table, that I have Xanathars loaded like a fool.
Like a fool.
Let's just roll a few times. Oh, 98. We're doing this table.
Oh boy. We're doing big table today.
Well, that's awfully boring.
Oh.
So I'm gonna re-roll.
Oh, okay.
I'm just choose something because those are all boring.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Go with this one instead. I don't like the magic item tables, I've just realized.
Oh. Too boring or?
Very boring.
You
Okay.
kind of always have this realization, if I'm not mistaken.
Just make your own.
Ooh, actually, I
Oh,
should
dear.
check what that does. What's up, Devon?
Nope. Okay, we're good. We're good.
No? Oh, okay.
Fantasy Grounds just had a bit of a something.
Oh.
Oh dear. A bit of something.
We're all good though. A
Gotta
bit of
hate
a
that.
something.
Let's get a better number. Ah, sure. Within one of these shops, on a hanger, you would find, or on a coat hanger, you would find this.
Chaya.
I immediately lost it.
Me.
There it is. This fine red cape with gold braiding. As you get close to it, it smells faintly of brimstone.
Okay. Hasn't been washed. Ooh, okay. Excuse me, what is this?
That would be a cape with a mountebank.
Oh, what does it do?
It lets you teleport. Once per day.
Okay. How much?
4,000.
4,000. Okay, understood. Keep looking a little bit.
All right. We'll go a little lower on the tables, I say. Quoi?
I don't know, man. I think that's a pretty long distance to teleport. 4,000 feet?
4,000 feet. Wow.
Definitely for sure is what you meant.
Once per day, 4,000 feet.
Once per day, 4,000 foot teleport. That's like
That's
A
like a
bunch.
long distance.
that's a
That's
lot
like
of
you're
good-
visiting family in our town.
Let's see. You would also find A set
I
of
feel like
chimes.
Christmas. A set of chimes.
Or sorry, a
Chimes.
single chime, a hollow metal tube that's
Oh.
about 1 foot long.
A little more disappointing. Okay. We'll give it a little chime, I guess.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
give it a chime.
What does this do?
Be careful with that. It's not dangerous, but it is very limited in usage. That is a chime of
okay.
opening.
Oh. What does it open?
Anything you point it towards, such as a door, a lid, a lock. It only opens, doesn't lock. As far
Okay.
as I'm aware. But it can only be used 10 times, else it will break. That's just how
okay.
the magic is. That is, I need to be entirely transparent with that because I've been subject to legal troubles before because I didn't make that clear.
Yeah, no, that would be an issue. All right. And this is how much?
That'll be 1,000.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. You'll keep looking if there's anything else.
Okay. That was the wrong one. Okay.
Snapjaw the window shopper.
You don't just impulse buy. That's how you
And
lose
to
all
be-
your money.
To be fair, Snapjaw knows that we have a thing that can already open anything.
Yeah.
And doesn't risk breaking every time you use it.
Well, it doesn't
Which
risk
is
every
really
time
loud.
you use it, just a lot of times.
I guess it is a sword.
You would come across a clear red potion.
Okay.
It appears to have tiny bubbles of light in it.
Oh. What's this potion?
A elixir of health.
Elixir health. How's that
500.
different from potion?
500 GP just to carry things
Okay, yeah.
along. It will cure any disease afflicting you, and get rid of any more natural afflictions or even arcane ones. Poisons, anything that would cause you to be blinded.
Like
Can
anything?
restore your hearing. Far as I'm aware, we have a few of them in stock.
Okay.
They are quite helpful potions.
Yeah.
Can't help you against frightening effects. Only, say
no
your
liquid
friend
courage.
is, say your friend was knocked out by a spider and injected with their poison. It could get rid of that poison quite easily, or even counteracting magic. Strangely enough, such as the whole person spell, it can stop that right in its tracks by force feeding someone.
Okay. Yeah, but like stabbing the person that used it seems also work pretty well.
Okay, hold person wasn't necessarily the best example, but for effects that are not necessarily that kind of magic, it still works.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright. How many more items?
Roll me a d6.
Okay. And we'll just determine how long we're here.
All right. Now we're gonna go a step up for tables.
Alright.
Look,
Look, I just want to know my options first before I want to be an informed shopper. I don't want to step in and be the type of person who goes, wow, they're selling a refrigerator and I already have a refrigerator, but this one has Tetris on it. It's LG. I can play Skyrim.
I
then-
can play Doom on my refrigerator.
And then you buy a fridge and you're like, I'm home, I have a fridge. We already have a fridge.
I've gotten the
now we got
same
a
thing
second
like 3
fridge.
times in a row. I'm getting annoyed.
I love my refrigerator.
Oh my god, that's like the 5th potion of growth I've rolled.
I mean, I will take a potion of growth, actually.
I was gonna say we could use a restock actually.
We could use a restock of potions of growth.
Yeah, there's a potion of growth.
I'll take one. That's like 200 GP from memory.
Yes.
Alright,
I
I'll
think
knock
it's-
200 GP off.
I think you still have the entry in your sheet, don't you?
I do, yeah. I just increase it by 1. I'm just getting
Okay.
rid of some money.
Just making sure. You would also come across some set of hide armor that is decorated with these fish and shell sort of motifs.
Okay. Is it like, is there anything cool about it?
It's as I described.
It just has fish shells on it?
For the sake of brevity, it's mariner's hide.
Oh, it's the one that allows you to swim well,
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Swim well, and if you are reduced to 0 hit points, then you begin ascending. While you're
Oh.
underwater, then you begin ascending to the surface.
I don't think anyone uses hide, unfortunately.
Listen, man, I rolled.
No, don't worry. How many more? 3 more? No, 2 more?
You find a 60-foot thing of silken rope. Quite
Oh.
fine quality.
Why don't you take a guess? Is this a rope I'm ending?
What? No, actually.
No? I don't know any other rope. Oh wait, is it the rope that like just
It's
like
a rope
does
rope
this?
trick.
There are
Yeah,
3
it's
types of rope.
Entanglement?
It's like the rope that does the magic snake trick where someone plays a flute and then it's like.
Yeah, it's that
Rope
one.
of entanglement.
Not that one.
Is
It's
it?
a rope of
No,
climbing.
it's not that
No.
one. It's a rope of climbing. That might actually be useful. Actually,
Can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
that's a lot of weight.
And you can just kind of tell it to tie knots. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, with how much we use ropes, then that sounds like it could be useful. Actually,
That is 240 GP.
I will take it.
Okay,
Get that
I'll add
to
that to your
me.
inventory.
240, you said? Okay.
Yep.
Just 24 platinum.
And for the sake of it, we'll say this is the last one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was the last one, anyways.
Because I've re-rolled a bunch. Oh great! +1 blowgun needles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Deas. Yet, alas, yet another miss.
Yo, the blowgun needles that do 2 damage.
Yo,
Yay!
1 plus 1 plus Dex.
Hell
Let's
yeah!
go!
We just
no,
need
you
a
forget.
blowgun.
You don't get your dex for blowguns.
You don't
It is
get your-
just 1.
No,
You don't get your dex?
no.
Nope.
No.
I'm pretty sure it is just locked to 1, and any actual
Yeah, it's just
augments
1
to the-
damage.
to the weapon or to the ammunition.
Blowguns-
It is still a martial range weapon.
Yeah.
So it should still add your dexterity.
Unless I'm misremembering that.
There's no special thing stating that you don't. So it is still 1 plus. It is still like Dex +1 effectively.
Okay, for like
Effectively,
chiming
the ranged unarmed strike is basically what a blowgun is.
is a very disappointing weapon for a reason. For the chiming, is there like, because I know the big issue we had with the sword is the sword, like when you use it, everyone knows you're here. Is there like
Yeah,
a
it's flat.
thing about the chime itself?
The chime of opening. It does produce a tone, but is not the knock spell.
Is not knock spell. So it's like okay, so it does make sound, but
Yeah.
or like assumption not a very loud sound then?
Probably not a very loud sound, and it can be silenced unlike the knock spell, I believe.
I think the
I-
knock spell can be silenced. I don't remember.
The issue is the components, I think. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it's a
Yeah,
verbal
we could
component
silence.
spell.
I mean,
You can do it with the sword, I'm pretty sure.
Is
Sword is
the-
the thing doing the knock.
I'm pretty sure the thing about knock is it says like the spell itself says that everyone within 300 feet can hear it. Is the big issue with it?
Yeah, the bigger issue is whether or not you actually use the components. The item itself doesn't actually state you use the components, or you don't use components.
Well, if it's a magic item, it's always assumed that you don't use components because the item's doing it.
Is that a real assumption?
The item
Yeah,
is the component.
the item is the component. It's like using a material pout, or it's like using arcane focus. I think.
I'm not talking about
Effectively.
material components specifically.
Verbal needs. Why would you use any components if you're using the item? Unless the use of the item, I imagine, is the component.
Spells cast at the lowest level properly. Lowest possible spell. And caster
just, like,
level doesn't
It's
expend.
making the chime.
It's actually one of
That's
the rare
the
instances
component.
where it actually states the term caster level. Doesn't expend any of the user's spell slots and requires no components. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, technically knock would work. Those spell descriptions I would say would.
The spell description
debatable.
still stay unless the item says otherwise.
Oh yeah,
But,
no,
like-
it still makes noise, but we can silence it. We don't have the
Yeah.
issue of having to worry about the components.
It's just, the major issue with knock is it says within 300 feet, everyone knows you're here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The difference here within the knock spell is that this doesn't necessarily need to be right next to it, and I think a knock does need to be right next to it.
Okay.
Oh, it's 60 feet. This one's 120 feet.
This item's 120 feet?
Yep.
Okay. You said it's 1,000 GP, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I'll pick it up. I'll take off 100 platinum. Add that to my sheet.
Wah. Alright. That's probably the extent of what you're going to get from the shop.
Yeah. Okay, and then you said I could find a apothecary. I have 3 potions of growth on me, so I should be fine. I might just get a few more potions of, like, greater healing. I
Potions
think.
Greater healing? Okay.
Yeah. How much are those again?
It varies on the shop.
Okay. Because potions is a thing that we have proven we need.
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty cheap. But is this shop cheaper? This nice little homebrew one that the document I'm using provides. What are they? Uncommon potions? I believe
think
so.
because potions of healing are common, and then it's the
Yes,
next
they're-
rarity up.
Yeah, no, 150. Each.
150 GP. Wow, how many potions can I get? Is there upper limit?
Probably an upper limit of, let's say, 15.
15. That is a lot. How much would that be? Well, I hit divide. I think that's part of the issue. I was like, wow, that's only 2,250. Wow. Wow.
That's not a lot.
That's for 150.
Superior healings are
gonna-
1,000.
They are. That's like 88. This one's like 40.
Yeah,
or not
44
8,
plus
44.
4.
I mean, getting people up is getting people up. Doesn't matter how much you do it by, as long as they remain.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy 15 for 2,250 GP. Thank you.
All right, sure.
15 greater healing. I'm now up to 16 greater healing.
Nice.
Let me do some math. I got the money for it. I just need to convert it.
Mm-hmm. Effectively, divide
225.
divide that by 10 for platinum.
9. Okay, I have that much platinum remaining. Good. And you know what? I'll convert some gold back into platinum. Alrighty. I think that is me.
Gotcha.
And then any regular shopping, like rations and stuff, I'll just get.
Understood. You can
If I
handle that
want to. Yeah.
on your lonesome.
I just gotta find where it is. I don't got the search index. I have 12 rations still. I'm gonna buy 18 more.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
5 Okay.
What's up, Talia?
Oh my god. Can I find one of those fancy force breaker weapons here?
Force
Force
breaker.
breaker?
I don't remember actually. Hold on. Do I have enough money? I might now, is the thing.
Did I price those? I think I did.
Oh, did you
think
distribute
you
that money, by the way? I don't remember.
I did not. 1 second, let me actually find it.
You should probably just give it to me for now, I think. Other than... Here,
Do you plan on distributing it anyway?
I plan on keeping everything that I had on me, but like the reward money is the only thing I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Then no, I'm not distributing the item money.
Oh,
People
no.
pick their items, so...
Item money's fine.
Okay, yeah.
But the reward money, I was
The
asking
reward money
about.
will be distributed.
Okay.
When we did it all together.
Let me find that real quick then. I have
Okay.
the value.
Alright. So, well, okay, so you did give me the item money.
I
then.
did give you the... Well,
Okay,
I told you
gotcha.
to add the item money.
Right, I did. Okay,
yes.
right.
Where are you? Claiming the bounty. There we go. 2,500 GP.
2,500
To be
GP,
distributed.
alright.
Oh my god.
That is a lot of GP.
2,500. Blah. And there's 4 GP left. Since Snapjaw was the one that claimed it, you get it.
I get 4 more GP?
Yeah.
Whoa, the one-time DS doesn't.
Yo. Yeah, take that, Deas.
This is at 40 platinum.
Force Breaker?
Force breaker.
Roll me investigation.
Force breaker? Force breaker.
I'm gonna
Force
go ahead
breaker?
and be
Oh,
back.
shit.
Dogs are scratching out doors.
Yeah, we'll be going on break soon.
Invest it. There we go.
18?
That's a good number.
Okay. You would come across a blacksmith, a smithy.
Hello, Mr. A. Smithy.
A smithy.
What is his first name? We'll never know.
I'll be back.
A, but with like multiple A's. You would come across what appears to be the weapon you're looking for. It only comes in a few types. I'd say you would find one that is a okay, I would appreciate it if you didn't just automatically default to the 2024 version of things, but sure, whatever. You'd probably come across a maul.
A mall, you say?
A Force Breaker maul.
Yes, indeed.
This will run you. Let's see. A good amount. 14,000 gold.
14,000. All right. Well, I'm just a teensy bit off of that, and by a teensy bit, I mean more than half.
Yeah, you only have like.
I only have like 6,000
yeah.
total.
Yeah, it's a very rare weapon.
It is a very rare weapon.
Now the question is not what can Cherry do for you, it's what can you do for Cherry.
Does Cherry have 14,000 gold lying around?
I have 7,000 platinum.
Jesus, girl.
Where the fuck did that all come from?
That was
Spells.
treasure selling.
Man, let's just steal more
and
treasure.
spells. Spell scrolls
If
go
anything,
for
it
a
was
lot.
gonna be more, but I forgot. Yeah, it was gonna be more, but I forgot to toss some of the spell scrolls. Like, I don't think I was ever gonna use the scroll of Dream.
What?
What? Come on. Dream is such a good spell.
All
I
right.
feel like this question was just asked. Did you add the money from our selling into our sheets shade, or were
Yes,
we
I did.
supposed to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Deas
That's why I have 7k.
Deas has a good amount of money.
Not as much as Cherry.
Not as much as Cherry.
Yeah, no,
As it
the
turns
two
out.
with the
Jesus.
biggest pockets right now. Two with the biggest pockets
Fucking
are out in town
encumbered
right
by
now.
your pockets.
And
Oh, probably.
And I specifically converted to platinum because otherwise you would be over encumbered by gold alone.
I'm technically over encumbered right now by platinum, but
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, there is a simple
But I mean,
way of getting around that.
Oh, yeah, Cherry, you could just put some in this bag of holding I have.
That is one of the
There
ways.
is-
no,
Yes.
that's-
There is a tax.
1,000 gold a kiss.
All right. So, I think we're gonna go for break. Just,
Break time.
just,
Kneel down.
get things out of the way, and we're also
No.
over an hour and a half.
No shade.
What up?
Hypothetical. How
Uh
small of an object can you put glyph of warding on?
huh. Good question. Because it is a
Yes,
glyph.
I think is the answer.
Because the spell, you can describe a glyph that needn't be but can be harmful to other creatures, either upon a surface, such as a table or a section of floor or wall, or within an object that can be closed, such as a book, a scroll, or a treasure chest to conceal the glyph. The glyph can cover an area no larger than 10 feet in diameter. If the...
Isn't larger, but can you go smaller?
I say it can't go microscopic size, but sorry, what kind of object did you want?
I was thinking something that could be put in a pocket.
I
It
would
has to stay in
say
place, though.
The problem with that is that if you move, I'm pretty sure the glyph goes away.
yeah,
it
It
does.
needs to be
you-
a stationary object.
if you move it more than 10 feet.
I have that in my other game. It was a disheartening limitation.
Oh my goodness.
Unfun, I say.
You what? You mean I can't carry around you know, 1,000 copper pieces all with effectively bombs on them?
Yeah, I think that's real.
So my thought process was very simple. A glyph of warding.
With a warning.
In which, in which I would put this, where I would put the spell protection from evil and good.
Ha.
So if he felt scared, all he would have to do is break the glyph, and he would then be casted on himself with the protection from evil and good.
That's really cute.
She
What
would be
you looking
spending like
What?
Panic button.
The
Yes,
spell you're looking
that was-
for is contingency, unfortunately, and that's a 6th level spell. Which I mean, I guess technically we are close to actually.
Yeah, that's like 2 levels away. Or, sorry, a level away.
Well, come on,
Doesn't
dish out
have to
some
be a level away.
combat for us within the 3 hours so we can level up.
Because it was just the idea of like if anything happens, break this, and then you
It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a level away.
protection from evil and good casted upon yourself for the full 10 minutes.
We take care of a few people. Wait, I got paid?
Yeah, no, I guess,
If she hits on you, break this.
you know, if we kill Iryne now,
I don't think the XP disperses, I'm sorry.
Ah,
It
man.
all goes out. It dissolves into the air. The XP disappears.
I
I
think
mean-
I'm an air genasi. I think that means I should be able to absorb it.
Oh heck, I forgot I'm immune to scrying.
Oh, nice.
Neat.
Yeah. And if they scry you guys, they don't see me.
I love that. That's very zombie core. Show up at the final boss fight and they're just like, who's this guy?
Who the hell are you?
Fuck is this chump?
Oh, it also makes me completely immune to divinations. So, like, you also don't see me in, like, future telling shit.
Yeah. Well, specifically, you
My
are hidden
other
from
thought was-
divination.
Was
I
the
think-
same thing, but then
it's
missed steps, so if
divinations
something
that are,
happened, it's a
like-
legit panic button.
I'm immune to divination spells.
But I feel like that would be. And either of these are she'll probably wouldn't enjoy.
Hidden from divination magic.
Mhm.
The divination spell, you see the future.
Don't worry.
I'm hidden from the future that you see.
Protection from evil and good was specifically charmed.
Don't
from
worry, Deas can run
from
with
those
it.
types of creatures, you
Yeah,
don't
but not the charm
necessarily
part.
know. You don't necessarily know if the mistress is a fiend.
True. Well, I
The
mean, I
mistress
know
is
she's.
fiend?
I know the mistress is
She's
part
fiendish.
fiend because I know Thomas is part fiend. He straight up tells you.
What's it like to be fiendy?
And also, I can make a gut feeling if like all the higher ups are succubi. I can make a guess that she's something.
That's offensive.
That's racist.
It is.
Oh shit.
Man, that would have been such a good idea.
I know.
Let's see. Wait, so depending on your interpretation, see invisibility is useless against somebody wearing this amulet?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Historically, the stuff that like the amulet was originally created from does like just block out like certain types of magic. So like you could go invisible and then see invisibility would no longer work.
I think the one spell that would still work is Tongues.
Invisibility Purge used to work because it was not a divination; it was an abjuration,
Hmm.
and it was a you have to like get with it. Like as long as you don't get too close to this priest who's got it cast, you're good. You can remain invisible, but while you're within like this aura around the dude, invisibility just fails.
Hmm.
Which I think is a spell that is lacking in 5e.
Uh.
Having a spell that's just like, yeah, no, someone is invisible around me. They're not anymore. Granted, I don't know how I would apply it because, like, previously its design was built around the idea that, like, it has a very limited range that scales as you level. So, like, for, like, you know, your average, like, person who knows how to cast it, you're only, like, negating invisibility to within the area that you can walk within, like, one move action, essentially, because it's, like, 20 feet. But then you get 20th level characters who can sit there and go, like, yeah, 120 feet out. If you're there, I'm gonna see you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wanyan, you're so flat.
Yeah, so effectively spells that still work on the target that is wearing this, because it does specifically say hidden from divination magic. Hunter's Mark technically still works. but
Yeah.
only one part of it.
Yep. You don't get the tracking bit.
And it's good because somebody wearing it would be immune to guidance, which is no fun. That would just be sad. I'm immune to divination. Sorry. I can't be artificially better at what I'm doing, unfortunately.
Need more water.
Mind Spike is divination?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's
it has
also
a
a
tracking.
seeking. Yeah. It's like a seeker missile to the brain.
Nice.
Very fond of it.
Good spell. Doesn't see as much
Yeah.
use as I would
Yeah,
like.
no, it is certainly one of those like shit your pants type spells where you cast it and then you see a thing directly in front of you and instead it redirects to directly above your own head.
Do you not remember the dragon shade?
Says the thing's name so that it can't miss. Watches as the illusion of the dragon in front of me is not the target of the spell.
That one is Psychic Lance.
Oh, that was Psychic Glance. Whoops.
Oh, that was
I
Psychic
always-
Glance. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I flip those two in my head all the time.
Mind Spike is would still give you a similar effect.
Probably less visual.
Does actually require you to
Exactly.
see the target. You always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't be hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefit from that condition against you. And therein lies the silliness with how see invisibility is worded.
I'll be back.
You're invisible. I don't give a shit.
I do not care. I do not care. Or you could just be like a, what is it, fucking 18th level ranger? It's like, oh, you're
yes.
invisible? That's great.
Second level spell or 18th level ranger.
18th level character feature. Man, Ranger sure was done dirty twice in a row over the course of 10 years. It's ridiculous.
What do you think is the most remade class? I've done it. You've done it.
I've done it, you've done it, he's done it, she's done it.
Technically, I'm doing it a second time because I'm reworking my ranger rework.
The study of rangeology.
Are we on break?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, that's why you guys were. That's why we were all talking. Okay, cool. Like, I came back, and at no point did I feel like I was involved in the conversation. Like, I was like, I've gotten back.
I'm back.
Something's going on with, like,
Oh my
chat and stuff, and,
goodness,
I
Clunk.
better just stay quiet. Wait, I heard a name that I recognize as a fiend. I wanna just comment real.
Yeah.
But it's named after the thing from Tales, though, right?
I believe you're talking about Moloch, right? Like MOLOCH, zombie.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Ow.
This one is Moloch,
I-
MALLAC.
Oh, I was thinking it was with a K.
No relation whatsoever.
And also
There's a bunch of Malaki.
MALACH.
Ah.
Oh, wait. Rally.
Which, by the way, is a category of angel. Specifically the messenger angels.
Okay.
It's also why there's a dude named Malachi who's a prophet. And basically everybody's like, oh yeah, no, that's not the guy's actual name. It's just the name that he wrote under.
Okay.
Yes, I seem to have gotten myself into another conundrum.
Yes?
I seem to be stuck.
Oh? What are you playing?
Oh dear. No, wait, maybe. Nope.
So what happened with
I-
Talia while I was gone?
She
Got
I
stuck.
looked for a weapon, and I'm very poor.
You're very poor. How much was a weapon?
14k.
14k, of which I only have about 6.
I have 432 gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I need money.
Deas says a mere 1,300 platinum.
I'm
Platinum?
gonna convert my
Platinum?
copper into gold if I
Yeah.
can.
Oh, did you miss that Cherry has like 700 platinum?
I thought you said 7,000 platinum, which was why I was like, what the fuck?
7,000? Oh, no, yeah, it might have been 7,000.
Oh, I thought you said
700? That's
13,000
worse.
platinum.
No, I
for a
said
moment.
13,000.
That's worse, by the
Yeah.
way.
I know, I
It's
saw it and I
all
was like, damn, Deas has a lot of money. And then Cherry says how much money she has. And I'm like, oh, gee, never
Just
mind.
like, man.
I
What
instantly
the
said to
fuck
my
did
players that they
cherries-
were getting 1,000 platinum each. Instead of 1,000 platinum to share on Friday.
Damn. Wow.
Why did I get
Oh.
money, by the way?
Because we turned in a bounty.
And
Oh.
despite you
And
not
you
being
were around.
there, yeah.
Okay, understandable.
Congratulations.
Appreciated.
Mhm.
No!
What did Onion do?
It was me. I dropped a bunch of ice on the floor.
Oh no. So
Oh my
how
God.
Can I
do you
sell
think
this
this
plus
date
one
is gonna
musket?
go for Deas?
the
I
Harper's
totally
been trying to kill
will.
me
I
if
don't
I
know what you're
do.
talking about.
I think Mara's gonna ask some very pointed, awkward questions.
I don't know. There's nothing awkward to talk about.
There's
There would
nothing
never
awkward
be
about
anything awkward ever.
Hey, look,
Irene's
Iryne's
in the
about to
party.
catch on
You know,
fire.
nothing is wild compared to Iryne.
Shit, if I try to
Irene's
sell
about
the
to catch on
plus one
fire right
musket,
next
am
to
I
you.
gonna get killed by the Harpers?
You're going to get killed by the Harpers? Why?
I mean,
Does the Harpers suppress the invention of gunpowder
You have gunpowder?
and have
Oh, you
done
have the
so for
musket.
hundreds of years?
Yeah, that's why you make a gun that's just a kinetic launcher. You use
Okay.
magic to launch shit.
You say
important,
that. That's actually what happened. Basically.
important thing.
Important thing.
The Harpers don't need to know.
The Harpers.
Important
don't-
thing. Fuck
What
the
they don't
Harpers.
know. What they don't know can't hurt them.
Let's see.
And what they don't know, they won't see coming, and thus it can't hurt them in a way that they can materialize in their brains before they're gone.
They are obliterated.
The fact that it's a musket is actually the more expensive aspect of it, instead of it being a +1 weapon.
Yeah.
How can I
Uh,
prove that it's magical anyway? I can't fire it. Watch this not disintegrate as I repeatedly stand here and pull the trigger. I don't know.
There we go.
You cannot kill me in a way that matters.
Wow.
Wait, Thomas has a hot sister? Why did no one tell me this?
Hot
Who do you think the
twin.
Mistress? Yeah, who do you think the Mistress is?
How did you just find this out? What
She's
was
gonna
the
be
trigger?
My mistress.
Elvis coming in to crash the date.
Awooga, as they say.
Auga!
Bork, bark, bjark.
Bark, bark.
Too bad she
bark.
doesn't have an insanely thick Scottish accent.
I'm trying to figure
Does
out what
she-
that's a reference to.
Does she have hips like Morgan?
I don't know, probably.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh.
Shit, probably.
good to know. Good to know.
I mean,
no, check
How
out how
party sheep.
Lucy's hot.
Depreciated.
oh no, not the
Terrifying, but hot.
Zombie has a type. I have a type. There is some overlap occasionally.
She has ruined many people without ever being directly involved.
Yep. She's the worst.
Some of them may be in this room.
I can fix her.
No, you can't.
I can try.
She'll make you
Mindset.
worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mars' mindset is the exact opposite. She sees someone broken and she goes, "I can make him worse."
How can I fuck this up even more than it already is?
I can make him
Joke's
worse.
on you. I'm into that shit.
Exactly.
What should I disguise myself as to meet her? Have I met her?
No. Unfortunately, it's Deas having a one-on-one dinner with her.
Dinner
I
date
could go dressed as
time.
Deas.
Oh my god, you
No,
could.
it's the issue.
No, zombie, not Ovid.
Zombie. Not...
Zombie himself, I think. You just gotta get the blue face paint.
Mhm.
And I don't normally risk myself by entering into the game world personally, but
You know?
It has
Mara.
happened.
The exception.
You know, when there's a hottie, we have to. Every shot missed is 100%, or every shot never taken is a 100% miss rate.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, that's
Fine
how
now.
he found out.
The vote's
It was
been
the
up.
vote.
Oh, there's a vote? Oh shit.
Mhm.
There is a vote. Don't worry.
Is there a
you can be
folding
pressed.
vote?
Oh shit.
I
shit.
do have
Yes.
a folding boat.
I'd like to buy a folding boat. I'll give you 400 gold for yours.
I think mine's kind of worth a little bit more than 400 gold, unfortunately.
I'll give you 400 gold and a dragon slaying sword, only mildly used.
You have a dragon slaying sword?
Yes, he does.
I have a dragon slayer sword.
I
Where
see.
did you get a dragon
Don't worry
That's a
about it.
lot of fucking money, from memory. Isn't a Dragon Slayer
It's a
sword
rare weapon.
32,000 Oh.
No,
Isn't it
I don't remember what he
It's-
charged me for it, but like it was definitely not 32 because I didn't have that kind of money.
It's 4K.
Yeah.
Let me
Isn't
go
it
look at my
4K? I thought it
DMs.
was a lot more than that. Because that was the bargaining chip the bastard used against you guys. Because none of you could ever afford it.
Yeah.
We were also a lot poorer in Tyranny of Dragons. Funnily enough, the number of dragon hordes we actually plundered was not that many.
Mhm.
For us killing what, like 3 dragons in that game, I think.
I think we let the Ettins keep the one horde because
They let the Ettins keep one horde. They kind of couldn't raid the other horde in the castle in the sky.
Yeah, it took
then-
me like 3 rounds to even get my bow out of it.
You went down before you got your bow, really. Oh, it's only 4,000. I thought it was 32.
All right, I think we're ready to get back.
What?
I have
No!
money now. Now I actually have to think about if I want to buy anything.
I'm also so sad my idea totally fucking backfired.
Or rather, just wouldn't work.
Just wouldn't work. Yeah, I'm trying not backfire.
Alrighty.
Just wouldn't work.
So, Talia continues her shopping, or her perusing around the city of Neverwinter.
Cut to cherry shopping with Diaz.
Gee, shopping with Dino's gotta dull him up. Oh.
As I'd say, we
Oh,
get
my God.
around to 6 o'clock.
Oh no.
Yes, in the loose-fitting shirt and jacket.
Oh my.
What are you talking about? Sure, he's gonna let him go in there. It's best he can look.
He's not gonna let him go in there with the loose clothes.
Unless they're sexy loose clothes.
No,
No,
clothes.
layers.
Those pants
You have
have
to
to
go
be
through 'em.
tight.
Well,
No, loose clothes are easier for Mara to take off.
She'll
Oh
put
my
a
God.
second belt on you if she has to.
I doubt she's the kind of person who would struggle with that anyway. So
Oh, yeah.
No,
matter
she'll
of
look
choice.
at you and tell you to take it off yourself.
And if you
That's
don't,
why my
she'll charm you
plan to
do
have a
so.
glyph of warding panic button was gonna work. But that doesn't
Unfortunately,
work.
a glyph of warding can't be put on objects that move.
Yeah.
No, hear me
know-
out. You
I
make
mean,
a,
I just
My
spent
most
an hour
hated
in
part of
space.
glyph of warding.
you put
Do you want me to make it so you cannot be grappled unless you want to be?
okay.
I
hear
don't
me
think
out.
that's going
Wink.
to work for him, unfortunately.
I was jokingly gonna say I just spent an hour in front of the restaurant and hope to God they choose a seat up front.
Oh, never mind. They nerfed it in a way that I consider completely
No.
reasonable.
See, you set up a
Only
chastity
That's
belt.
magic cannot grapple you.
hey
You
No.
set
yo,
up a,
That's a step too
you
far.
set up a chastity belt with a glyph
that
of
is a step
warding
too
if
far.
it gets unlocked.
So,
As a step
unironically,
too far.
I think Summer Emiya's outfit would actually like really fit Deas.
Oh, what's
The
that
magic
like?
toe ring.
The white shirt and the
The blue
glasses
shirt, the blue.
and the blue.
Oh.
shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. I was about
You
to
want
say
me to-
sunglasses
you want me
or no
to-
sunglasses, but yeah.
Do you want me to do some pan fluting in the background to set the mood?
They are going to the Moonstone Mask. I think they have that covered.
you know, I realized you could do like a fucked up, like Saw-esque nonsense game with like glyphs of warding and stuff.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
As long as it doesn't move. /the move isn't the thing that sets it off.
All right,
Alright,
guys.
back.
Next week we're doing Saw.
Happy Halloween.
It's on Halloween, I suppose.
Not
Alright,
Halloween.
I'm back in.
It's not Saw.
All right.
God, it will be the day
Embedded
before
inside your arm is a coin with a glyph of warding on it that will disintegrate.
You can't move
It will disintegrate your whole body.
That's why I strapped you to a chair.
Okay.
Anyway,
So,
I got nothing else I need to really look for outside of any interesting potions, I guess.
interesting potions, you say?
Does Talia want to stock up on any healing, considering she went down last time?
Well, you seem to have taken all of the.
I only
greater
took the
healing
greater
potions.
healing.
From this one shop, it cut to him buying out several shops.
It's weird. Even the common regular potions of healing, they're all just sold out in the city today.
I mean, they
I
I
could
won't be
if
getting any
really
more till
wanted
next
to.
week.
Oh no!
I won't.
What have
I
you
won't
doing
be
on
getting
potions
any more
climbing?
when you leave tomorrow or in the next couple days until like the next couple days plus one. Oh no!
Oh dear! Oh my!
All right. Potions. What are you looking for?
You know, if I can get any more like giant strength potions, maybe
Giant strength potions.
any of the ones that are outside of my current threshold strength. So any except hill, basically.
Okay. And probably except like the one that sets at the 21 because that would be useless for you.
That's it.
Oh, is that? Oh, I'm thinking of ogre. Never mind.
That one's.
Let me.
Or you know what? Fuck it. If I can even just find a belt,
If you can find a belt. Roll me
because that's
investigation.
a more permanent solution.
How's your attunement slots looking?
I mean, I could get rid of the pearl of power and then take a giant
Alright,
belt.
back.
16?
16. That's a shame. It was
Find
almost
out.
that 20.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Sensitive 19.
The only one that's actually in your price range is a Hill Giant Strength.
Is the oh no.
It jumps from 3,500 to 32,000.
No, they're really freaking
Damn.
expensive, man.
They sure are.
For a good reason.
Note to self: start taking more treasure items so that I can end up with 7,000 platinum.
That's even out of Cherry's range. All the parties combined, really. I would say you'd be able to find like a Fire Giant Strength. That'd be 1,000. I need to
Potion?
remember. Yeah, Potion of Fire Giant Strength. Let me check. Giant Strength. The Fire Giant Strength is a 25.
You know what? Sure, why not?
You'll be able to
Only
find
two less than
one
the
for
storm.
1,000 gold. Or 100 platinum, if you will.
Mm.
Or just an absolute shitload of copper.
You don't have that much copper.
I don't, but I could.
You could, but will you?
I could be that guy.
That's like getting pennies for $100.
Sure is.
It's the classic bargaining strategy of the bring physical cash. So you pay it out in just $10 bills or $20 bills in front of them.
Do you accept
I'll pay
that?
you in 50 million
Yes,
copper
I will,
pieces.
Alright.
I will take a...
You get your
Fire
hands
Giant.
on a nice, juicy, spicy, in fact, liquid that contains the fingernail of a fire giant.
Yes.
I
hate to
sometimes
run
hate
into
reading the
the-
descriptions of potions.
I hate to run
Yeah.
into the person who puns a
Now
Carolina
you
Reaper
drink
into
the
a
potion, you gotta make sure to chew.
Mm.
Yes. Yes, you
Ugh.
do. You
Right.
have to eat the fingernail.
Considering the
Oh.
material
Just
component
swallow it,
for
don't
Dragon's
chew
Breath.
it.
Swallow the fingernail, don't worry. As long as it doesn't go sideways like a corn chip tortilla, you'll be fine.
You're making this so much worse for me.
Are you eating corn chip tortillas?
Whammo bammo.
Me?
Okay.
Zombie.
All right. So,
Huh?
tracking down a nice pair of clothing. I'm gonna say it's generally the as soon as I can find them, it would effectively be fine clothes. So 15 gold
Okay.
to get a. Honestly, depends on what you're looking for. I'll say.
Yeah, how much are you gonna glam them up?
It's gonna be. I want something that's in style for now. A little bit on the higher end. But not like he looks like a noble, if that makes sense.
Looks like nobility. Okay.
Like low nobility style where it's like maybe it's a couple of layers,
probably like a
some
fine
rings, that type of thing.
fine doublet, some rings. Okay.
Well, maybe no doublet, but the idea of like
I mean,
yeah,
a doublet
the two
is
layers.
your common. Is your pretty common like noble-esque attire.
That's the one thing I don't want.
You're
you
like,
wanna
no,
look
not
like a
that one.
noble? No, not that. That doesn't suit his hair.
Depends on the colors,
Two-
really. Doublets come in a lot of styles.
Too poofy. That's fair.
And do note you only have 2 hours to be there, so.
Yeah, I know. That means we got like
An hour and
An hour
59 minutes before you need to be at the door.
exactly.
He
But I'm
does
sitting there
have
like-
a he does have a ring worth 250 gold just on his hand and a bracelet as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. But you
It's
gotta
very
have the
expensive.
clothes, the mat. They need to be like sleek, maybe layers or two, darker colors, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Black with a hint of blue.
Yeah.
You get something something fancy enough.
Oh, and I'll pay.
Thank you, Cherry.
As the richest member of the party, understandable.
Nah, this bitch's escort. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter. The price be 15, 20, it doesn't matter.
We'll say 20 if you're trying to get something a little bit more fancy.
Yeah, I don't want him to look like nobility, but I want him to be like
On the edge.
looks. Yeah.
If a brigand were to see him walk in the street, he'd look at him and think, "Yeah, I can rob that guy."
Yeah, exactly.
That guy.
He doesn't have the family power to make me regret it.
It's that meme of the I can walk around con because of my because of my big dog energy, and then Jerry's behind him.
Looks him up and down. Yeah, I can kill you.
And they're right.
Okay.
Alright.
Then just giving him tips on her and how to have a date with a woman.
Wow. No faith.
I don't know what you've done, and I can only trust so much with her. And then before he enters, give him a kiss on the cheek and cast protection from good and evil. It at least last 10 minutes. It's something.
He's a little extra smart.
No idea if she will charm you, but I mean, it's Cherry's line of work. She has a gut feeling that you might be charmed in this.
Okay. Before we get to that,
Yep, that's fine. I was about to say, if anything D else wanted, but that's pretty much.
does do you end up returning back to the inn at any point before then?
Varying on time, on like how long it takes to get to the place specifically.
All right. So notably, if you're looking at the map of Neverwinter, the Moonstone Mask is situated on one of the floating islands.
Oh.
Yes, that's why I know it's on the fancier side. 'Cause
In terms of what you know about the Moonstone Mask, they're a very large inn, but also a fine dining location. It is perhaps Neverwinter's finest and most luxurious inns. It getting its name from the half masks worn by the staff. The accommodations are impeccable, the views unparalleled. Though the staff themselves are probably the primary draw of the establishment. All the servants are like expertly trained, as skilled companions and friendly and loyal confidants.
ooh, woo.
Uh,
Yeah, no, it's this. It's the one next to the docks, right? I'm not mistaken.
As soon as I can find the map myself, hold on. Oh, that would do it. There we are. I just gotta track down my personal map because I have icons for it. I believe it's the one with the castle on it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Dapper Deas.
I think so.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if it's the one I think we should be fine to stop by the inn first.
Yeah, because I believe it's connected to the Protector's Enclave. But I can double check that. I know this one is like the pirate, something. Pirate Skyhold.
Yeah, and the bottom one's like a fisherman's thing.
Yeah, let me find my map real
Note how
quick.
there's no bridge to get up to that one.
Yep.
You gotta climb. And the fisherman's, you have to climb a ladder.
That's a day. What a thrill!
Oh boy. Almost there, almost got it. I believe we're right.
Okay, cool.
4. Yes, we're right. It is this place.
Then yeah. So the idea is we go shopping, we go to the inn, and Cherry will be like, okay, she's gonna try to do this, that, and this. I bet. If she does this, how do you respond? That type of thing.
Definitely not making
Making
him
him-
nervous.
Making a mini date out of it. Right. Help.
Notably, Thomas is not here at this time.
Oh, Deas!
Oh,
What are y'all snows up for?
I guess I have a date.
Ooh, Cherry taking you out someplace nice.
Not with Cherry. Though she did take me on nice shopping.
I can't believe you do this to her, Deas.
He just chuckles. Just not
I mean,
properly
I'm
respond.
his escort there, so.
Don't worry, you will have 2 escorts now.
Oh,
No.
wonderful.
No, to your no.
No.
I want to see who he's going on a date with.
Oh, you won't see them, trust me.
Yeah, I think
Bet.
you need. My impression is that you need like a
Oh no,
some more
she's probably
status
already
to
in
get
there.
in. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I will tag along to...
Yeah, sure, fine. We
The
can figure it out.
entrance.
It'll be
Tag
fun.
along until you can't.
Yeah.
I can't stop you.
She...
I leave a note
prestidigitates-
for Thomas being like, Deas is going on a date with your sister.
Wow.
I just like slide it under his door.
Deas is
Harry
going
will-
to do your sister.
Oh no, just date. Just going on a date with your sister.
Jesus.
Iryne prestidigitates her dress, so it's a little bit cleaner than normal.
Thomas comes back
Only
with
a little.
I
that
can
note.
edit the note.
Shit, again? How does this keep happening?
Let's see. All right.
Just in a little notebook says sister stolen, and then Deas is added onto a list.
So the 3 of you head out. Snapjaw around the time of 7:30, Thomas would get
Mhm.
back.
All right.
He'd be looking a little bit grim.
What's up? Why so glum, John? That's a sailor metaphor. Saying
I was able to talk to a few captains. Took me a little bit to find one that was willing to head up north.
Right.
It's
What are things looking like?
Captain Elkrin, captain of the Onyx. They're gearing up to head out. Journey to Luskin will only take about 3 days. However, due to the danger of getting even close to Luskin, they're asking for 10 times the normal asking price per passenger. That's 1 gold per mile.
I'll pay for it.
We're we're talking about over 1,000 gold just for the journey.
Oh.
Assuming you're taking Radovan with you.
Yeah.
The other thing is, they're leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what the others' plans are. I imagine we're... Oh no. Because normally it would take more than 3 days to get there. Or on foot,
Yeah,
right?
it's a few day journey. But it also means you don't get the rest and recreation you might have wanted.
Right.
They cited reasons of a desperation of the Luskanites.
Okay.
Especially after they lost their fleet, as well as their apparently these twin Frostfire dragons, they called them.
Yeah?
Yeah, ones that are.
What exactly did you find out?
That's what the sailors have been telling me, and a lot of the reason why they haven't been going north, because when a city of pirates gets desperate, that means they're going to be doing what they're good at more often.
So twin fire dragons.
Frostfire dragons.
Frost
the term that they
Frostfire.
used. Implying ice and fire. If they're malicious, then I can only assume that that would be another of the accented phenomenon that we're getting.
Okay. 1,000 gold. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, technically I could pay for it, but like...
And they wouldn't even drop you off at the city because they can't.
Yeah.
It would be a few miles outside of it.
Thinks to himself for a moment. And then just like gets up and just like slaps Thomas on the back. Well, you know what, Thomas? We might not have a ride, but we got something way more valuable for free out of that, and that was information concerning Luskin. It's part of, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's part of the negotiation. Even when you lose, you still win if you know how to play right.
Would it be 1,000 total or 1,000 per person?
1,000 total, right?
Total, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. Iryne would put that, if told.
Unfortunately, she
She
left.
is not. Yep.
Yeah. A few days journey shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it'd be way better running into those dragons on land rather than on sea.
No kidding. And from what they're saying, those dragons are the reason that they lost most of their ships. So,
All right.
I can
It'd be
see
good.
the
It'd be
hesitation.
good to try to get more information about the dragons during the time.
Yeah. Luskin is likely to have more info.
Right.
Um,
Alrighty.
If they're only patrolling the western side of things, then we won't have to worry about them closer to Mirabar, probably. We'll just have other things to worry about.
Just other things, you know. Why exactly are you going to Mirabar, by the way? You mentioned you're going there with L, but I don't know why. Like, you wanted us to meet you there.
Yeah, it was, to help a friend out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, different from Rio, or?
He gives you a very, very keen look.
He gives him a blank look and an expectation.
Blank lizard face.
He's like,
Oh, it's very perceptive.
oh, right.
Why are you talking about my dead girlfriend? Appears out of sight.
Okay, is it different from the other reason that you're traveling?
There's a fair amount I can still do in Mirabar, and the helping out a friend excuse is kind of what I've also talked about. I believe my cat's also there right now, so that might be a good conversation.
Your cat's
to have.
there?
No. Macath, the Crimson.
Oh.
Rescued her
Right.
up north.
Yeah, you mentioned like
yeah.
something about her being able to help with the scale or something.
Yeah, she was helpful in actually getting it, and then she left for a while.
Okay.
She's been effectively picking up the slack as a dragon scholar for the hole that Hanzo Higambana left.
Right, yeah.
So conversing
It'd be
with her
useful.
before everything might be a good idea.
Yeah, it'd be useful to have someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never thought about the fact that like having someone around who knows about dragons might be a useful benefit. Thing to have in pocket.
Yeah.
That must have been a big blow.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I think I'll decline the offer. I think it'll be better to go on land. And I'll try to figure out information concerning the dragons, but if you find anything before we leave, I'll have to check with the others to see how long we're staying.
Okay. Wouldn't take too long, but I'd say you still have a few days.
Yeah. I'm keen to go basically whenever. Not a day or two here and there, you know.
Alright, well.
He pats him on the shoulder and he walks out the room.
Alrighty.
I'll see ya.
See ya. Oh, what's
Alright.
this?
What's this? What?
He, going to his desk, he picks up a note. And we'll cut it off there.
Alright.
Alright. The hour comes. Deas, who are led by Cherry and generally followed by Iryne, who probably doesn't know the city that well.
The reason why I was also leading him, because I could probably point it out, but it's easier.
Yeah, appreciated.
You end up toward the docks. A long bridge faces you. As you eye the floating island that contains the castle-like moonstone mask. There's a fair lineup, but it goes pretty quick. Let's see. It is notably an inn, in addition to being a dining hall. I'd say roll me history about the place. I'd say, Cherry, you would have advantage if you want.
Irene's not rolling. She's just.
You would have no idea.
She like. Oh, that's nifty.
Nice.
She's just impressed that it's a floating inn.
It is pretty cool.
This place, it is, in addition to what I described before, it only employs women. It employs multiple women's.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Grammatically wrong.
I can't
Grammatically
believe
wrong, but
Yeah, and it's
in
just
my
the
heart.
This is the front for Mara. That's why she has the.
Let's see.
Reminds me of the story of the person who walked into a pizzeria owned by a mafia.
The
mob
place is
person
currently
made him
owned
pizza.
by a half-elven woman named Lisette Chelder, who is likely a descendant of the previous owner, Ophala Chelderstorm. Though, unlike Ophala, Lisette is not a powerful mage. Though, from your experience, Cherry, Lisette is quite friendly and known to flirt.
Oh no.
What's the average price for a meal here?
For a meal, for just general walk-in dining, it is a platinum.
Black. Cool.
Could I guess where? Because she specifically got a ticket for this place. Is there a specific other part of the eatery they're going to? I'm saying eatery because,
It's to generally describe the place, I guess. It's the ground floor is primarily the dining room. There would be some balcony views and whatnot. This takes up most of the first floor. Otherwise, it's a very comfortable lounge, as well as the kitchens. And then a spiraling staircase leads up to the dining room, or from the dining room to guest rooms. Oh, jeez. Sorry,
I on my side.
No. Just reread something over that.
But yeah, no, my brain went to the owner died, and then Mara is using it as a front.
And there's just some other history that's not really important about it, or to know currently. Just that the staff is good company, and the food is exquisite, and the wine is expensive.
Okay.
Their most expensive would be fire wine. That being 9 gold per bottle.
Oof.
And of course, you buy the bottle, not the.
Yeah,
Not
no,
by
you
the
You
buy
don't
the
buy
bottle,
the.
not the glass,
Mhm.
because they have to open it, and you don't serve unopened.
Um.
The reason I'm asking is I'm gonna get a table for 2 also, so me and Iryne can be there.
Yeah.
Are you
Iryne
letting
will-
Deas know this fact?
No.
Oh, Cherry will probably mention it earlier because it's like I'm gonna be here. I might as well eat here while I'm here. No reason not to.
Yeah, not your pockets.
Exactly.
Lived a good life, Sherry.
Deas.
Mm-hmm.
If,
I wasn't expecting her to come
if-
along, but now that she is, she might as well eat too. There's no reason.
Yeah, but I've never been to someplace this fancy. If you need help, just say the word firestorm, and I'll know to fly you out of there.
You will not do anything in this establishment.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I doubt Cherry's boss would do something like kill me or something. I'm not
Oh,
that
not here.
concerned. Not here.
Wait, you're on a date with Jerry's boss?
A luncheon, a dinner, and whatever you call it at this point.
How did you... Man, Deas, you were just like all the ladies are all over you.
No, I don't think so.
First it was Cherry, then it was Vivi, and now you have Cherry's boss. You never really explained what you do, Cherry.
I talk to people.
Yeah, but you keep saying things and then not explaining them, so I'm thinking there's more to it.
I mean, there's more to everything, isn't there? There's more to you, and I boop her on the nose as we walk.
Adorable.
So it's like...
Then yeah, I'll cast. Like I said, as we get to the door, I'll give him a kiss on the cheek. Cast protect from good and evil, just as a safe, and then open the door for him to enter, and then also buy a seat to eat. Inside,
Alright.
don't care. Just being in there too.
All right.
Inside would be better for the reasonings, but
So
it's not like she's expecting it.
Cherry's boss really, really good at talking?
Yes.
It's just a matter of how good is Shade at talking in comparison.
Oh, I feel that. Relatable.
Entering, you find yourself in the dining room. There are tables aplenty. Silver platters are carried by many attractive women, wearing sheer black. Each also wearing the namesake half masks and an amulet. It's busy. People of great noble standing amongst you. I need to double check a name real quick.
Iryne is wearing her sunglasses in.
On an upper overlook, you think you actually recognize one Dagult Neverember dining.
I think Iryne will have let her hair down and tried to make herself look more presentable.
Understandable.
Oh, I'm in the cocktail dress I bought a while back.
Unless like Cherry had something that she could super quickly resize for Iryne.
A masked woman nearby the door would notice you and approach very quickly. A human woman, probably around your age, brown hair in a ponytail. Are you Mr. Sparrow?
Oh, yes.
Lady Lindell will see you here.
Oh, well, okay.
Yes. She will lead you off toward a table that has that overlooks the ocean to the west. Somewhat separated from the rest of the tables. Slightly above several of them, hard to actually see from a distance. From other tables, very isolated. There you would find wearing this sort of deep red and black long dress. Very fine clothing overlaid with lace. Once again, deep cut neck, of course. tomorrow.
Mhm.
Herself wearing wearing these rather extravagant earrings, rings. Looking out to the ocean, legs crossed. Notably, there's a slit that would reveal up to her thigh. She looks toward you. Gives another one of those devious smiles that she was so keen on underground. Mr. Sparrow. I'm glad you could join me.
Of course. Mistress. Oh.
Please, you can call me Mara.
Mara? Okay, that's less awkward.
Mara scratching the music.
She reaches out her hand. Back of the hand up.
He will take the hint. He will take it and politely bend and give it a brief kiss before seating himself.
Do the training.
Yeah.
Mara Lindell. Though, if you must know, Thomas is my brother.
Oh.
We're estranged, you see.
He kind of looks at her and he's like, I guess I can see it.
What the hell is this?
A menu is placed in front of you as as your seat is tucked in by one of the masks. I think they're called masks.
Well, they're called Mask today.
Yep.
Vampire the Masquerade?
For you is the appetizer menu. Among which are is octopus broth, mushrooms and herb and garlic sauce, and fennel in a parsley and mint broth. What is fennel?
Ooh, fennel.
Oh,
It's a green.
it's a green.
It's a green, yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Are we able to get a table?
Can you pay? A platinum each?
Yes.
You can get a table.
All right.
Nice.
Where's our table?
Like I said, insight doesn't matter as much to me for this, as long as I just wanted. It's like I'm here. I might as well actually eat.
You're in the vicinity.
Are you aiming to get eyes on Deas, or are you fine?
I really
if
would
I
like to
could
try and get
choose-
eyes on Deas.
Yeah, if I could choose, but otherwise, I'm fine not being placed in insight.
I'd say you would probably be able to see Deas, who is seated more towards the rest of the feast hall.
Okay.
But you would not be able to get eyes on Mara.
The mystery for Iryne continues.
Ooh. Where? Okay. If the waiter comes by, he's going to drop the gold on the fire wine and have it sent to Deas's table with a note.
Oh,
How much was the fire wine?
9 gold for the bottle. Oh, sorry. That is a lie. I'm sorry. I lied to you. The fire wine's not the most
that doesn't
expensive.
sound right.
Okay.
Elverquist is actually the most expensive alcohol. That is
Is that
2
the 9
platinum.
gold?
Oh, more than
Oh.
a table.
What was the, You know what? If it's Cherry's boss, it's worth it. She'll
No,
the
she'll
2
be
platinum.
fine.
No, Irene's
Okay.
set. And she'll have a note, have them do like a little message of, "Don't go breaking this lady's heart, nah, Deas."
You would put in this request and immediately get back. We're sorry, but that table is left to be undisturbed.
I will take back my platinum then.
You mean you
could
don't
do
want to
that if you
indulge?
wanted.
Alright,
No, she'd do like the fire wine if
I'm-
she was gonna have something herself.
I will give you the menu real quick.
Oh,
It is a 3-course meal.
naturally.
Appetizers, entrees, and dessert. You have, I already mentioned your appetizers. Your entrees include dainty fish skewers, mussel and basil soup, clam chowder, turtle soup, hot pie.
Jam.
We have boar and veal, bacon and kidney, and chicken liver hot pies.
She'll do the fish. Probably the chowder, actually.
All right.
It will be the boar and veal. And then the mushroom, and then strawberries and chocolate.
What's Deas feeling?
I'll have the fennel appetizer and the fish entree since we're on the coast.
Iryne will do the mushrooms, the clam chowder, and then the blackberry and apple pie.
Where did you put the menu?
In the
In-
chat here,
In chat.
in the voice chat.
See it.
I can't actually put. I honestly just could put it in the thing here.
All right, Cherry.
Wow.
There it is. I have eyeballs. Ooh, almond tart.
It does sound nice, but no.
Cherry, you think there's anyone we should rub shoulders with while we're here? Send them a gift.
I mean, I look around and it's like, I know at least a handful of people here, probably.
All right.
But
Who's
no,
the
once
most
you're here,
important?
you do not interact with others.
Who's the most important one here?
Mara.
After Mara. Wait, her
owner.
name's Mara?
That's good enough to know.
Wait, who's like after Mara?
The owner of this place.
And then after her?
I'll look around and just get a good glimpse of
I
who's
will-
actually in.
I will mention again, Dagult Neverember.
Oh, yes.
All right.
I knew you. I knew you. I heard Never Ember when I went, but yeah, I just couldn't remember the first name.
All right. Does she recognize Never Ember's name, or is she too far out in the boonies?
Roll me history.
Sid does not know who Never Ember is, I don't think.
Lord Neverember is the Lord Protector of Neverwinter. He's
Oh.
basically the King Mayor.
Okay, gotcha.
You have no idea who Neverember is.
All right, he seems important. She will. No. She doesn't say this
grab you
out
the
loud.
Okay.
Iryne will buy the 2 platinum wine for Never Ember.
I can also put in the I do have the all the fine drinks as well.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That I can put
But,
in here. I probably could have gone above and beyond for this, but eh.
But she'll send like a little card saying, "Regards, Iryne, the Valkyrie."
Like someone like Neverwin.
Her money, I don't
Neverember
care what
would-
she's spending it on.
Someone like Neverember might consider that a threat.
Yes, totally. That's why it's like I don't care what she's spending her own money on. It's not my fault.
First time in town, told you were the man to give gifts to.
Doesn't
Enjoy your
matter.
dinner.
Just sending him something he will see as a threat.
Iryne of Valkyrie. Yeah.
There's
so
your
I've
drinks.
I've
They
already
got
taken out.
ale, cider, house wine, fine wine, fire wine, Elverquist, fey wine, and strong dwarf liquor.
Yeah, so I sent the bottle with the note to Neverember.
Okay. You would eventually see above you a one of the masks approaches Lord Ember. He looks confused, looks around, sets the bottle to the side for now.
If he looks at Iryne, she'll give a little single hand like this, like the not like the wave, but like the single movement where you do it and then put your hand down.
As this is
The-
happening, I'm just having the house wine because I actually quite like it.
Lord Neverember would look down and see you, narrow his eyes, and lean over to speak with one of his cohorts. Out of earshot.
I
Okay.
can't wait for Iryne to be jumped later.
Hell yeah.
Need that XP. What?
Oh, fuck, you're right.
All right.
Returning to the table.
No, that's about all I wanted to do with her.
Mara would actually almost immediately following Deas, you sitting down and like getting your order, a bottle of Elverquist would be brought.
Okay.
Refined taste this woman has.
Mm-hmm.
It being a ruby colored spirit, actually.
Oh.
Just apparently distilled from sunshine and rare summer fruits. It is an elven spirit, because elves are fancy like that. The bottle itself is is this transparent crystal, strangely light absorbing. The glasses are probably your standard type of wine glasses, or whatever glass you might do with spirit. I don't know alcohol.
Would that be like a whiskey type glass? Is that what spirits are? I also don't.
Yeah, they can be.
I don't know. I don't care enough.
It's a... Imagine. Pretty glass.
After a little bit, Mara takes a sip of her glass and looks at you with her crimson eyes. So, Mr. Sparrow, Deas, if I may?
Of course.
You've been adventuring with Cherry for the past couple of months now?
Mm-hmm.
Your adventures have been taking you to dangerous places, haven't they?
Yeah. More dangerous than I ever really expected to be going.
So what brings you to the beck and call of my brother? Surely there's more than just searching for the face behind a mask.
He kind of like takes his glass in both hands, just sort of like swirls the liquid a little bit. Honestly, not really.
And when you do find out, and I mean when, what do you plan on doing after that?
Track them down, kill them, die trying.
And do you think your revenge will be satisfying?
I hope so. Nothing else is gonna do it for me.
Everyone needs a purpose, Deas. Perhaps it should be time that you find yours.
I think this is a pretty lofty purpose to have. I'm not sure that it's likely I'll need to worry about it afterwards. You sound, though, like you have a suggestion.
No suggestion, just... I've seen people go down your path, and I've seen where it takes them. The common phrase is when you go down a path of revenge, dig two graves. Personally, I've always hated that phrase. Because frankly, it always ends up with far more than two.
I don't think I'd end up digging more graves than the Crimson Wolf dug on their own. I think morally, I don't have to worry that much about dropping that low.
You may think. But from how I understand it, there comes an emptiness when you finally get what you want. What after the emptiness? How do you cope with it? Rhetorical, of course.
Of course.
Your appetizers arrive very quickly.
Fish in the kitchen.
She knew what you were going to order, so she had it prepared ahead of time.
She knew the moment you sat down in her office.
He'll let the
She's
server...
5 parallel universes ahead of you.
She is. He'll let the server leave before he continues speaking. Though he kind of like thinks about it, and you can like see on his face that it's like he's not brushing it off. He's like, okay, you keep asking me, I'll consider.
Let me just note this is a very good track for this, by the way.
It is. Rhetorically,
Luca, spot
hypothetically, I don't know. Maybe rebuild the Sparrow Company. Maybe rebuild Ilvain.
Oh,
We built the Sparrow family.
Hey now.
What is Ilvain?
Wow. A nice aspiration. Not the worst I've heard. I don't have like a mystery playlist. And I should
You always gotta get a good mystery playlist, man.
Yeah.
She begins to eat. And doesn't speak while she eats. This, after her meal finishes. Ilvain, tell me about it. You're home, I presume.
Mm-hmm. He looks at her like he's like not sure if she's lying about not knowing already. So she seems to be very aware of a lot of things.
Roll me insight.
Uh,
24. I didn't actually import your stat block. It is very hard to read her. She is almost eerily calm,
mm-hmm.
confident.
Cherry's boss for a reason.
She is a weird mixture of trustworthy and non-trustworthy. Air of mystery.
Just says just enough stuff that is right.
She looks at you with inquisitive eyes. Interest.
Ilvain. Yeah, it was my home. It was not as country as Iryne, he says, assuming that she knows all the party members through Terry. But certainly more out of the way than Neverwinter. It was a mining town. It wasn't special per se, or famous for any reason. It was just old, and the sort of place where everyone knew each other.
And your family? I don't take you as one who had a horrid upbringing.
No.
More tragedy later in life.
Yeah, I had a good family. We ran... I mean... I'm sure Cherry has told you what my specialties are. I'd be no surprise to you that we
Mining
sold
explosives.
demolitions.
Ah, that makes sense.
I could smell the blast powder on you when you came in the office.
Yeah, it sticks. Chuckles a bit. Why do you ask?
I merely want to get to know you. The look in your
Okay.
eyes very familiar. Your type interests me.
I don't think I'm especially interesting.
On the
Not
contrary.
that I'm complaining, I guess.
If you can speak anything regarding yourself, you are more than interesting.
Hmm.
Those who only speak of others have little to talk about themselves, and I am more interested in the individual than who they are surrounded by.
Cherry, you get a good look at them yet? See anything?
Not yet. Well, I mean, I'd see him talking.
By
I'm
this
also not
point,
paying attention to it as much.
by this point, your entrees would arrive.
Fish.
Fish.
Iryne will watch Cherry eat her food and try and emulate it as best as possible.
Use the correct silverware. What?
There's a number more
Cherry
forks and
trained,
spoons than you might expect.
Yeah. Cherry trained Deas on the silverware, I'm sure.
I gave you the once over.
Cherry, which one do I use? There's more than one fork.
Oh, hun. And then I'll just throw it on the right. It's been a bit since then Christian himself has had to use multiple. Throw it on the right.
I'm
God, it's been
supposed to
forever.
eat chowder with how nobles eat clam chowder with forks.
Damn it, I meant spoon. Damn it, it was on the left. That would have.
Okay.
That's me being wrong. Not.
It's okay. Say it
No,
with
no, no, no.
confidence. I don't know.
No. Shoot.
I always forget left or right on spoons and forks.
I
know.
barely even know what chowder is, honestly.
It's like a soup.
Okay.
It's soup
You
with.
don't know what
It's a
chowder is?
I don't. My
It's like very chunky soup.
my tastes are very
I just am
limited
sad.
because I'm boring.
So you know when you like overfill.
I can look it up. It's fine.
Okay.
Also, you gotta say clam chowder.
You gotta take the moon, and you take the moon.
I really like clam chowder.
Aw.
Finish
Snapshot like, man, I wish I had some clam chowder.
I wish I had clam chowder every day.
Okay.
She is Mara quiet while eating entree as well.
Generally.
Give Deas time to like consider her taste and interest of individuals.
Wait. Cherry, did you tell your boss that you died?
Oh my god. Oh, did you? I thought you said will you. I was like
Funnily enough, the whole fact that she is covered in notable makeup. Mara would know. Didn't come up. After a little while. She eyes how quickly you are getting through your meal. How are you presenting yourself throughout this?
Like, am I trying to like match her nobility or something, or like what do you mean? Like,
Something
Oh,
along
like
those
Deas-
lines.
Deas. How normal is he?
we'll see. He is like he is respectful of the effort that Cherry gave, he's like respectfully not trying that hard.
Yeah.
Kind of, where it's like, well, they were like fish skewers, right? Yeah, there's like,
Mhm.
it's sort of like to eat it with your fucking hands at certain parts, like kind of thing. But he's like neat. He is fairly normal.
Okay.
Just like.
And can you give me a general charisma check? This woman is analyzing your every action.
He's like, I'm just a man, ma'am.
I was gonna argue, could he have it?
Oh, I don't even need to roll with her expertise.
Yeah, it does make a difference because she has expertise.
How are things elsewhere in the restaurant?
Everything's elsewhere? How do you mean?
Like, just passively perceiving the rest of the restaurant?
There are many in the company of the masks, many dining with their own company. Seems to be a normal night. A lot of sort of aristocracy, fancy faces you would probably never see elsewhere, especially this gathered up. It's not a place that you're necessarily comfortable in. Nothing that you're necessarily familiar with, which you can be kind of thankful for. Ah?
Oh, Greasy scared me. He just like rabbit thumped on the ground. I was like, right
One
under
of the
my
masked
feet.
women just appeared beside you pouring a new drink. You're like, oh.
It really explains the 4 total on charisma.
No. That's okay. It's not his thing. He's just a guy.
I'm just a man.
I'm just a guy who happens to be here around these like historical heroes and mysterious people and
For some reason, very hot women.
yeah. Everyone's kind of hot around
Listen.
here. It's
What's great is
Why
I
is
didn't even write this place. This just exists in Neverwinter.
It's just, Deas is the main real estate for the party.
the main real estate.
Deas exists. All the scary women in the campaign. It's free real estate.
No. He's big brother for Iryne.
At a certain point, she finishes her food. Very proper, of course. She glances at you, constantly gauging how you're faring. Pretty soon after your food is finished, your dessert arrives. I pronounced that weirdly.
Tart.
I presume the food is to your liking.
That does not mean like a Pop-Tart.
What do you mean? I got the apple pie.
It's not you. I'm making a joke out of character.
Yes, it's as good as Cherry made it out to.
It seems like she gave you the very quick ropes, not a environment that you are so experienced with.
Not at all. She seemed fairly concerned.
She has every right to be.
Kind of tilts his head. Like, I honestly can't imagine that there's anything you would want from me that I would have to worry about.
Oh, I eat delicious men like you up for breakfast.
Shut up.
God damn it.
Hmm.
Well, I think it's high time we get down to business. There's something that you want to know, and you've given me all the payment that I need.
Do you mind if I ask what it is you're getting out of this?
Information. The most important currency.
I haven't really said anything that's not
Oh, but you've said
public
everything.
knowledge.
It's not the matter of what you've said, it's the way that you said it.
He shakes his head a little bit, and he's like,
You're not that difficult to read.
I'm not trying to be.
Then it's a good thing that you're not from Neverwinter.
That kind of thing is common here, then.
Mine isn't the only den of deception.
I see.
Secrets are the largest trade, beyond the funds that Lord Neverember has been spending on such interesting restorations.
Oh.
But that is not the topic. You wish to know about the Crimson Wolf.
He leans a bit forward on the table. Like, food is aside. As she said, it's time for business. Yeah, I am.
Well. Of course, I mentioned before that the Crimson Wolf that is hassling you and the leader of the Blood Howlers is not the real one. More of a successor. Though unlikely to have been rightfully chosen.
Rightfully chosen?
It's unlikely to me that the real one were to choose a successor.
Oh, I see.
Likely a fan of the legacy, thinking they could do just the same, but by the very fact that they're leading an organization means they're doing it wrong. Though she might believe that the Crimson Wolf is dead. The original, I should say. But I can tell you with a certain fact that that is not true.
He, I don't know if perks up is like exactly the right phase, but just sort of the like gratification of that confirmation, since so many people have been like, nah, they're dead, man. Okay, and where are they? Who are they?
Before that, let me tell you a story. Story of this woman Long time ago, this wolf was a noble and an unknowing member of the Cult of the Dragon. She, not knowing that she had this legacy of darkness, unknowingly reported her other members of the cult to the authorities, and, well, due to that action, guaranteed the deaths of her family. She was merely a child when this happened. And despite all the names connected that were responsible for it, she was the one that set off everything, really. But I'll get to that. This wolf went as previously a naive and hopeful child, went on a path of revenge, seeking those who conspired against her family, trained for years as an assassin by this cursed veteran killer. The wolf would live carelessly as she hunted, eventually meeting this group of strangers, those who sought a similar goal. She was successful in crossing off many of the names, including one called the Black Worm Speaker, Resume the Black. She'd even had the chance to fall in love, surprisingly. Something that she thought she wasn't capable of. Eventually, she had finally achieved her goal. Gotten what she wanted, got her revenge. After that, she didn't necessarily know what she wanted, and then had a change of heart. The wolf left her love after she lost a part of herself and made a pact with a dragon. She would abandon her name and put on the mask, becoming Freda Cross, the Crimson Wolf, a deadly assassin for the Cult of the Dragon. One could be surprised, as they were the cause of her family's death, but they were not necessarily the reason. Many were confused by her choice. This assassin, the Crimson Wolf, was responsible for countless deaths, be they by her blade or her influence. She was ruthless and feared, cold and efficient, yet always half-hearted in her actions. Never truly devoted to Tiamat's or Severin Silrajan's will. Feel free to roll me a history on that name. You've heard the name, most notably as the leader of the Sword Coast sect of the Cult of the Dragon, who was most likely killed during the rise of Tiamat, and was also the responsible for the death of, what was his name? The at the time, a very prolific. Allbrinter? Yes.
Allbrinter, yeah.
A very
Whatever his first
prolific
name was.
member of Water Devon society, who was, after his death, revealed to be a masked lord, which is a important member of the city. But it was quite controversial whenever one is unmasked.
Oh, what was the person's name? The person I rolled a history check on?
Severin Silrajan. Hold on, I can get you the spelling because it's confusing.
Thank you.
This is bad music for this. All right. She went as far as to even betray one of her old allies. She killed a gnome wizard by the name of Ivan Turin. Personally. And also allowed Orvestia Esserin to be experimented on by a, unfortunately revived, Rezmir. Realistically to say, she's responsible, either directly or indirectly, for all of the terrible things that have happened to the heroes of Waterdeep, if not the entirety of the Sword Coast and the broader world. Then, all of a sudden, the wolf disappeared. On a mission when she went to assassinate Rio Higanbana. Some say she died. Others that another walked out of the laboratory. No proof could necessarily be gathered for either case, since that place no longer exists, since it was blasted with the full force of the second sun. But I know different. She's still around, no longer going by that name. In her words, Freda Cross is dead. The Crimson Wolf is no more. Or that's what she likes to say, but that part of her never dies. She's still ever brutal and deadly. But she's being directed now. Seeking atonement. But still always lying. She puts down her spoon from her dessert. She would have ordered something. Yep. She probably would have had the strawberries. So, not actually a spoon. She decided on the sexiest dessert.
Yeah, she did. She really did.
Copying Cherry.
Where do you think Cherry got it from?
Grandma!
Cherry really works in the family. That makes her flirting with Thomas awkward. But...
Different grandma.
Different grandma. She has no blood ties at all to Thomas, which is why she's fine with it.
I think Cherry's also like only a year or so younger than Mara.
Yeah, I think so.
You should, by this point, hopefully know exactly who I'm talking about.
How old is Mara?
Um,
Asking for a friend.
She looks like late 20s, early 30s.
she would actually look like early to mid 20s, due to
Oh.
how she works. Leyland, stop aging.
Fine. I'm a T57.
Can I get something better? Crimson Sunset? That sounds too happy. That's a way too happy. Get out of here. There we go.
What's this one?
After all, you have met her personally.
Deas is frowning.
The true name of the Crimson Wolf is Eleonora de la Roche, or as you might refer to her, as Elle. That's where we're going to end the session.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking knew it. I could sense it.
You could
My
sense
bones.
it. The end of the session.
That's-
The reveal.
That's finally out there.
Had we not let it slip before?
Not on.
Nope.
You kind of alluded
On
to it on stream, but I've been trying to keep that on the down low just because of like what most players know.
That's fair.
Yeah. This was an active
Everyone
thing.
but Devon.
What? Who?
Everyone,
What? Where?
Everyone here was part of Tyranny, and Sid was in. I would DM Sid basically every Tuesday.
Yeah.
You would.
So Devon was really the odd man out.
I was.
Mhm.
Hey,
What?
but now I know stuff.
Now
Yeah.
you know
What?
the things that I have done to people.
Yep.
And that I have been mostly at fault for.
Yeah. It's funny how I can make people suffer, and yet I'm not the one doing it.
Man, we haven't even brought up the bone claw mimicking the dead.
That's not important.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
It's just like a thing that they do, though, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
No.
They don't have mimicry, but they should.
I gave it
Do
mimicry
they not?
because they
I also
don't.
thought they
I
did
gave
originally.
it mimicry.
Weird.
Yeah. So we'll see a Deas' reaction to that.
Man, the
I-
entire section of set at a man's house on fire called Ivan flashback. Where have I heard the name Ivan before?
It's like, alright, idiot, go kill L.
Where have I heard the name Ivan before? Snapjaw. Yeah, so you sang around this gnome named Ivan.
Yeah.
Oh, Mara's the perfect tool to sow chaos.
It is
Anyway.
just what Mara is. Yeah.
Will Deas? What will Deas do? 'Cause he knows he can't kill her.
Next
Fucking
time.
killer.
You can die
Definitely die trying.
So that conversation was also likely to happen in the basement if you kind of just denied dinner. But when I thought of the dinner idea, I knew I had to
trying. It
do
was really
it.
good.
Yeah. Dinner is fun.
Dinner's fun.
Din din.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was
Din.
this, but off the off chance that she was trying to do something else. That's why she.
Wait.
picked all that
We're
crap.
in a very expensive establishment. We can't just say din din like that. Madam, din din is served.
Well, I guess we can.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's good.
Is Deas gonna grit his teeth for Thomas?
Hee hee.
Or
You'll
will
find
there
out.
Will there be a fight in the streets of Neverwinter?
It hot cuts. After
Oh.
that, it hot cuts to Thomas reading the note, going, "Oh shit."
And, when I had mentioned to you, Sid, that there were like a number of ways that this reveal could happen, This was absolutely my favorite one of them.
Oh, yay.
Ooh, pardon me.
It could have happened at a lot weirder of a time.
Wake up the next day in bed with her. Oh, by the way, it's
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
that would
we
be the
will
weirdest one and also hilarious.
we will see how this all turns out next session. 3 Neverwinter sessions, guys. Let's go.
Wow.
Yo, I mean, hey, we got the nature lesbians referenced.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that turns out next week. We're
One's
gonna
in
head out.
ice, the other's gonna be 6 feet under.
Yeah.
No, she won't. She
Good luck.
definitely won't.
No, dude, it's gonna be us keeping
Nice
Deas
sneak
from
attack
getting-
can save him.
All right.
No, I don't think so.
It'll be us keeping Elle from killing Deas.
We'll be back. So have a wonderful whenever you're watching this. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.